Hey guys, before I start today's podcast video, a small announcement for y'all. First, thank you so much for watching today's podcast video. Hopefully, you enjoy it. And if you want to be a part of our podcast team, you want to be a part in a podcast video and have your opinions heard, your reactions, reviews, anything, contact me on Instagram. Link is in the description below. We very much appreciate it to get new people. Anyone, anyhow can come, you can join in and we can have a better podcast. So if you want to be a part of our podcast team, check me out on Instagram. Also do subscribe to the channel if you love such podcasts. Now let's hit to that podcast, shall we? So welcome Avi to today's podcast. Nice to have you back once again.
Thank you, Aurelio. Thank you for having me back in the
Today's
podcast.
podcast is very interesting for all of us. It's about the rumored or most probably done deals by the time you watch this video. Mostly done deals of ISL players, okay, both Indian and foreign players. How are you feeling? The season is not over, but next season preparations have already been started by clubs like Chennai and FC Goa. So, what's your reaction to that?
They say you can never get really rid of preparing. Preparing is the only way for the teams that have not qualified for the top four. I think Odisha, Chennai, and they should now start. They have done the good thing of you know getting prepped. You can never be quite relaxed on prepping. So prepping is one of the biggest things in everything, not every field. Either it be studies, either it be for in sports, and in football there's not enough prepping or preparation that can go on. So I think the teams are doing pretty well, though may the transfer market or a transfer season has not started, but they are taking quite good use of the the players of the contract who's running out. So I think it's time for the teams to bounce on those players who have contract is running out this year or this season, and get some good names and good teams and make some good teams for the Hero ISL 2022 and 2023.
Yeah, there are some deals that have been done already by the moment now. One of them, which I reported, my first deal that I reported was Arshdeep Singh from Odisha to FC Goa. Most probably, maybe a replacement for Dheeraj or maybe, a side partner for Dheeraj. What is your take on that?
You see, Arshdeep Singh is a very quality player. He has played for many teams before coming to FC, before coming to Odisha. Sorry, pardon, not FC Goa. But now he has joined FC Goa right now. I think he will be a great partner for Dheeraj, but it may cause some little the disadvantages for Dheeraj, because Dheeraj has not performed really good this season. He has, to be honest, after the ACL thing that happened, the Champions League, after getting that so much fame, so much hyped up, he has just crashed down in the reality. Got outclassed by so many players like Liston, Colaco, got outclassed by Adrian Luna. Like his morale will be very down. I think Arshdeep Singh coming, either it will have a good impact upon him or it will have a bad impact upon him, depending upon the circumstances. Either he will lose the position to Arshdeep Singh or he will be in the front position of before Arshdeep Singh. I hope he doesn't lose down his moral and gains the number one position for number one. He gets written on his back and be the main warrior behind before the goal, and proudly present FC Goa again next season.
Yeah, the thing is, you know what, that Naveen Singh, which was the Naveen, okay, not Naveen Singh, Naveen Kumar, I'm sorry, he's out of contract, okay, and FC Goa are not interested to renew his contract. So with this season, Dheeraj's bad performance suddenly, and making getting Naveen in didn't help much for FC Goa. So I think Arshdeep Singh is mostly like going to complement Naveen's position and also play at Dheeraj's position when required.
Yeah. He Akshdeep Singh right now, as on paper we can see him as a number two, but after seeing Dheeraj's performance in this ISL, we never know that when Dheeraj may get down to number two and Akshdeep number one. So let's at this moment, for now, in the paper, Dheeraj is number one and Arshdeep is number two.
Yeah, and of course, Sergio Lobera is back in China. Means he is of course coaching, and he's come back with his normal routine of catching players from FC Goa. FC Goa is basically his shopping mall. But so George Ortiz is one of those players, and an ex-player that played under him, Hernan Santana, under Mumbai City. Now at Hernan Santana is a Northeast. So he's almost done the deal for George Ortiz and Hernan Santana. Now, of course, we don't know much about the Chinese league, and neither do you get much clips, as you know, on YouTube about them. Neither they are on Instagram and all, so we can't much say about their teams. But what do you see the impact that George Ortiz leaving FC Goa and Hernan Santana leaving Northeast will have on their respective clubs?
You see, you know, for FC Goa is FC Goa is Sergio Lovera's convenience store. He goes to FC Goa, just picks 2-3 players and takes him back home. It has become his food court or his shopping mall for him. Now see, George Ortiz leaving FC Goa at this moment, I don't think that will matter because they have their legend Adam Cabrera scoring a hat trick in the last game against KBFC. So I think after that hat trick, people will start to forget George Ortiz a little bit. But Ortiz was a great player. I am not going to condemn that he's not a great player. He's a very great player. He's a good striker. He's a good fox in the box and all that. But at this moment, he has went out. I think they will not miss him if Adam Cabrera steps up like the last match he plays against KBFC, and I hope so, and that happens. But on the contrasting side for Northeast, like I think Hanan Santana going just breaks apart their midfield. Like they left Khasa Kamara before the AFCON, that one midfield soldier gone. Now leaving Hanan Santana, like their midfield is completely uh, obliterated, completely bare naked. Like I don't think Marco Sahanek has the capability of to cover that midfield. Hanan Santana was the only one good thing that Northeast have in their, you know, in the midfield after Federico Gallego got injured. So I hope they bring somebody as good, as capable as Hanan Santana's, replacement in Northeast as soon as they can as possible. Because if not, we are going to again see a Northeast blunder in the next upcoming season of Hero ISL.
Yeah. Another club that is very active in the ISL transfer market even before the next season has started is Chennai, who have roped in Saurav Das from SC Bengal and Jesuraj from FC Goa. Now these two deals on paper look like good, but to my experience, I don't think they are as the cream of the cake. Of course, it's a good for building up your Indian contingent with players like Saurav Das, who has quite a good experience in playing football, and Jesuraj, who also has had the first match. But of course, these players are not, type of players that can change the match around. So, you think this is like, Chennai planning for backup first, for plan B first, then going to go for plan A?
Yeah, you can tell that because I don't think either Jishuraj or Shorav stepping up to be the first team player every day for the next season or every game for the next season. They are mainly going to be like backup or mainly going to add depth to the squad. Like if anybody gets injured, they can become a replacement. Both Jishuraj and they have Sourav has already played for so many franchises in the past few seasons. Like he has not. I think he will be the guy who will go around like Zlatan, paying for every franchise it's present in
Yeah, he
ISL.
played for Mumbai also.
So
So
yeah,
that's
he's
there.
going on to, and that's sort of he's just like I basically if I really if you call him, you should call him a vagabond. He doesn't stays anywhere. He just roams around in every club. He just goes around. Like to be honest, I don't have much expectation for Sodav. He will just play good football. Just wanting him to get some few minutes. That's all. And for Romario Jisiraj, I think after that a little bit of hype around him in Goa, he like that the goal he scored. I think it's time either he may step up or he may remain. So it is a very crucial. And to be in Chennai, let's see, and to get in Chennai, that means that he have to play a good role at that moment. Like they are buying you for a reason. So let's hope that
Yeah,
they either step up or either add depth to the squad.
yeah. Considering Mumbai City have acquired Chante on a permanent deal now, so of course that will affect them. Now another big deal is Narendra Gahlot, who has left ISL Shield winning teams Jamshedpur for Odisha FC. Now, in my previous video, when I spoke about it, I told that this deal most likely looks for him to get more game time. But do you think going to a team like Odisha, who at no offense is a good team, but definitely not a top contender team ever? Okay, at least you can see Jamshedpur, Hyderabad have performed well, but Odisha is like not that shiny of a team. So you think getting first team football but in a lower level club, I mean a lower quality club, is good for Narendra?
You see, before coming to that fact, I have a very huge concern for Jamshedpur is that they are not renewing any of the players' contracts so far. Like you guys have won the shield, you should start renewing the contract. They have that. If most of the players of Jamshedpur have their contract either ending in this season only, Greg Stewart, Elisabia, like Ritvik Das, like Pranay Haldar going back to ATK Mohun Bagan, like Narendra Gahlot now joining. They're like at least 8 to 9 players of Jamshedpur are having their contract like end in this season. So I think Jamshedpur should really do something to get their contract renewed, their players contract renewed. And the other part of Narendra Gahlot, I think that Jamshedpur are not doing anything like getting their contract getting like the Narendra to go for or to make him renew his contract. So and on that option, and he wanted some good game time. I think you see Narendra Gahlot is a very good player. I'm not demeaning that or condemning that. He just needs some game time. Who knows that he may turn out to be next like next emerging player of the season. Like many emerging players have come up in this Hero ISL. He may too also come up in the next few years. But the main thing for Gander, he has already achieved a name. He has already proven. He has already gone a ISL shield in his backpack. Like how many players do we know that have got a ISL shield in his backpack? Narendra has achieved that, and I think it might be a next Odisha might be a little bit a stepping stone for him. So to get to a bigger team like Mumbai or to get a bigger team like ATKMB or not ATKMB, any other team we should consider. So Odisha is like a stepping stone. Like he wants to be that main first team player, get into the Indian squad and just be in a rock solid defense of the future. I think that is what we want from Narendra, and I think he shall contemplate it, and he shall be the next future of defense of India.
Yeah, about Jamshedpur, which you just said, as you can say, you are correct. They have quite a lot of players who have not, done a contract extension. But I think they are mostly waiting for the season to get over, and I think they will most probably give contract extensions to the other players. Like, of course, players like Pranay Haldar, Daniel Chima.
I think Pranay Haldar is from loan there. Pranay Haldar is from loan. Pranay Haldar is from ATKMB. So Pranay Haldar will not be getting any contract extension. But Jitendra Singh, Elisabia, they will be getting, they should get. Their Pranay is, I think, Pranay is from loan from ATKMB. He's on loan.
I think it's a 1 year loan, right?
Yeah, it's a 1 year loan.
Then he will be, of course, returning.
To be frank, that the ATKMB players didn't get touch the shield, but Munai did on loan. So that's another fact. I think see the recent we saw that Kerala have done a contract extension with Papsukan Gill. I think Jamshedpur should see that thing, and they should not wait for the transfer season, because at transfer season, who knows what may happen. Transfer season is the most unexpected thing that can happen. So they should start giving renewal contract to Peter Hartley. They should start giving to Elisabia, like to Alex Lima,
the main players,
the main players, the core of the team. I think they should not wait for the transfer season, because at transfer season, who knows what may happen.
That's there. So this is the transfer roundup for all those who came by. And if you're still watching the video, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Avi, thank you so much for joining the podcast.
Thank you, Arila. Thank you for having me. And
yeah, so thank you guys again for watching this video. Do like, share, subscribe. See all the more videos coming soon in the near future. Goodbye. Take care. Stay safe.